I rise this morning knowing something has shifted. Something in the invisible has already moved on my behalf. Before my feet touched the floor, before my eyes fully opened, before I spoke a single word, the divine was already working, already arranging, already preparing what belongs to me. Before the alarm sounded, before the light came through the window, before the world outside began its noise and its rushing and its demanding, the source of all things was already awake and already working in my favor. The invisible hand that governs all things never sleeps. It never pauses. It never takes a moment away from orchestrating what belongs to me. And this morning, I wake up inside that truth. I wake up wrapped in it. I wake up held by it. And because of it, I do not rise in fear. I rise in faith. I do not open my eyes to lack today. I open my eyes to infinite supply. I do not greet this morning with the tight chest of worry, or the shallow breath of anxiety, or the dark weight of wondering how things will work out. I greet this morning the way someone greets a day they already know is filled with provision, with ease, with expectation, with a quiet and settled knowing that everything I need is already on its way to me. I do not need to manufacture this peace. It is already mine. I do not need to convince myself of it slowly. I receive it now, fully, completely, without reservation, without apology, without the old habit of bracing myself for disappointment. I am done bracing. I am done shrinking. I am done walking through my mornings with the posture of someone who expects the worst. I am a magnet for divine abundance, and my magnetism does not sleep. It does not take days off. It does not weaken with the economy, or tremble at the news, or shrink when the numbers look small. It is spiritual law, and spiritual law never fails. I am not a beggar at the door of prosperity. I am an heir to it. I was not born to scratch and scramble for what already belongs to me by divine right. I was not created to spend my days in the exhausting labor of chasing what the law of the Spirit says must come to me. I am an heir, and an heir does not chase the inheritance. The inheritance comes to the heir. The inheritance finds the heir. The inheritance cannot be held from the heir indefinitely, because the law that governs it is not a human law that can be broken or manipulated or delayed by the failures of men. It is divine law. It is perfect law. It is the law that says increase belongs to me, abundance belongs to me, overflow belongs to me. And no person, no circumstance, no economy, no past mistake, no old story, no generational pattern has the power to permanently withhold what divine law has already decreed is mine. I am not someone who chases after money with desperate and anxious hands. I am someone money is drawn to because I am aligned with the source of all supply. There is a difference between chasing and attracting. There is a difference between striving and receiving. There is a difference between the person who runs after abundance with fear driving every step and the person who stands in alignment with divine law and allows abundance to run toward them. I am the second person. I choose to be the second person. Every morning when I rise and speak this word, I choose again to be the person who attracts and receives, rather than the person who chases and strains. I do not hustle out of fear this morning. I move out of purpose. I do not strive to prove my worth to the world. My worth was established before the world began. Before I had accomplished a single thing, before I had earned a single dollar, before I had proven myself to any person or any institution or any measuring stick of human success, my worth was already settled, already written, already declared by the one whose opinion is the only one that governs law. I am a magnet, and a magnet does not run after iron. It simply is, and iron comes. I simply am, and abundance comes. I speak this with my full voice. I speak this with my full knowing. I speak this not as a wish or a hope or a desperate prayer breathed into the dark by someone who is not sure they will be heard. I speak this as law, as decree, as the settled declaration of someone who has learned the difference between begging the universe and commanding the truth. I am a magnet for divine abundance, and everything that belongs to me is already in motion toward me right now. Before this day goes any further, I release every thought that told me I was behind, every internal voice that measured my life against someone else's timeline and found me lacking. I release it now. Every whisper that said the window had closed, that the opportunity had passed, that it was too late for me to receive what I had been believing for, I release it now. Every memory of lack that tried to become my permanent identity, every season of not enough that tried to convince me not enough was my destiny. I release it now, completely and without hesitation. I release every generational story that said struggle is my portion and poverty is my inheritance. I release every family belief, every cultural programming, every childhood wound around money and provision and worth. Those are not laws, those are lies. And I do not live under lies. I live under law, the law of divine increase, the law of spiritual abundance, the law that says, the earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof, and I am part of that fullness, and the fullness is part of me. I release the tight grip of anxiety around my finances this morning. I release the shallow breathing of fear that has sometimes sat in my chest when I looked at numbers or thought about the future or tried to calculate how everything would work out. I release the mental math of not enough that runs in the background of my mind before I have even had a chance to speak truth over my day. I let it go, all of it, every bit of it. I release it like a breath I have been holding too long, and with that exhale, everything that was constricted begins to open. Every channel that was narrowed by fear begins to widen. Every flow that was slowed by doubt begins to move again, freely, fully, without interference. And in the place of everything I have released, I receive deeply and fully and completely the knowing that I am provided for. I was provided for yesterday, in ways I saw and in ways I did not see. I am provided for today in ways that are visible and in ways that are still forming in the invisible. I will be provided for tomorrow with a faithfulness that has never once wavered in all the history of those who have trusted the source. The source has not changed. The source will not change. And my connection to the source is my greatest and most unshakable form of security. Today I go out as one who is covered. Not partially covered, not provisionally covered, not covered on the condition that I perform well enough, or believe perfectly enough, or say all the right things in all the right order. I am covered completely, thoroughly, with the kind of divine covering that does not lift when circumstances shift, and does not thin when seasons are hard, and does not disappear when the evidence in the natural world seems to suggest otherwise. I go out as one who is backed by invisible forces, too powerful for any circumstance to overcome. I go out with confidence, not the arrogance of someone who has figured everything out or earned the right to walk tall through their own strength alone, but the quiet, unshakable confidence of someone who knows whose they are. I am God's. And what belongs to God lacks nothing. Not wisdom, not provision, not favor. Not the right timing or the right connections or the right ideas or the right doors opening at precisely the right moment. What belongs to God lacks nothing. And I belong to God. Therefore, I lack nothing. I speak to every appointment today and I say, be productive. I speak to every conversation today and I say, be fruitful, be honest, be the kind of exchange that opens something that has been closed, that moves something that has been stuck, that creates something that did not exist before this conversation happened. I speak to every idea that rises in my mind today, and I say, be divine, be clear. Be the kind of thought that carries instruction, that carries direction, that carries the specific and practical wisdom I need to take the next right step toward everything I have been believing for. I speak to every opportunity that comes across my path today, and I say, recognize me. I am not hidden. I am not disqualified. I am not too small or too unknown or too late. I am the right person at the right time and I say yes to what is mine. I speak to every dollar that has my name on it, find me. The channels are open, the path is clear. I am here and I am ready to receive you. I do not have a complicated relationship with you this morning. I do not push you away with shame and pull you close with desperation at the same time. I am simply clear. I am simply open. I am simply standing in the truth that you are a channel of divine goodness, and I welcome you freely and receive you gratefully and steward you wisely, and release you joyfully, and trust that what I release will return to me multiplied, beyond what I gave. I speak to every closed door in my life, and I say, open now, not by force, not by manipulation, not by my striving or my cleverness or my ability to make things happen through sheer human effort, but by divine order and divine timing, and the movement of the one who holds every key to every door that matters. What is mine cannot be locked away from me permanently. What has my name on it must find me. It is law, and the law does not fail. I attract what I am. This is not a small truth. This is perhaps the most important truth I carry into this morning and into this day. I attract what I am, not what I want desperately, not what I chase frantically, not what I worry about obsessively. I attract what I am. And so this morning, I choose very deliberately and very consciously who and what I am going to be. I choose to be peace, not the fragile peace that depends on all the circumstances being right, but the deep-rooted, spiritual peace that exists beneath all circumstances and is not moved by any of them. I choose to be peace, so that peace finds me in every transaction, every negotiation, every conversation about money and resources and opportunity. I choose to be faith, the kind of faith that does not need to see the evidence before it believes, that does not need to understand the how before it trusts the who, that does not shrink in the gap between the promise and the manifestation, but stands steady and certain and sure. I choose to be faith, so that faithful people and faithful partners and faithful channels of increase are drawn into my orbit. I choose to be gratitude this morning. Not gratitude as a performance. Not gratitude as a spiritual technique I apply to get what I want. Genuine, deep, heartfelt gratitude for what I already have, and for what is already on its way, and for the source that has never once forgotten me in any season of my life, including the ones that were hard, including the ones where provision came in the last moment, including the ones where I could not see the hand that was holding me, but the hand was holding me nonetheless. I choose to be gratitude, so the law of multiplication goes to work on everything I already have and returns it to me in greater, fuller, more overflowing measure than I put in. I choose to be aligned, completely, unreservedly, with my highest truth, my deepest knowing, my most clear and undistorted connection to the source, so that nothing that belongs to me passes me by, so that I am standing exactly where I need to be when what is mine arrives. I am not invisible to divine supply. I need to say this, because there have been mornings when I have felt invisible. Mornings when I looked at other people's abundance and wondered if the source had forgotten my address. Mornings when provision seemed to flow so easily toward others and so slowly toward me. And the question that rose quietly was, am I seen? Am I known? Am I included in the distribution of good things? And the answer, spoken clearly from the truth that governs all law, is yes. I am seen completely. I am known thoroughly. I am covered faithfully. I am chosen deliberately. Not because I have been perfect, not because I have never doubted or never feared or never spoken words of lack in moments of weakness, but because the source does not operate on the basis of my perfection. It operates on the basis of its own nature, and its nature is abundance. Its nature is provision. Its nature is the kind of faithful, persistent, relentless goodness that finds a way to reach a willing heart no matter how many obstacles the natural world places in the path. I am a magnet for divine abundance. I return to this truth again because the soul needs to hear it more than once. The mind that has been trained by years of lack thinking does not transform in a single hearing. The heart that has been conditioned by seasons of not enough does not open fully in the space of one morning. So, I say it again. I say it until it moves from my lips, to my ears, to my mind, to my spirit, to the deep place where belief actually lives and governs what I attract. I am a magnet for divine abundance. My very presence draws in what is meant for me, not what is meant for someone else, not what I have compared myself to and envied in another person's life. What is specifically, precisely, perfectly tailored for me, for my purpose, for my calling, for my family, for this exact season of my life. My words magnetize the invisible. Every word I speak in faith is not simply sound moving through air. It is a decree going out into the realm where all things are first formed, and it is carrying the vibration of my expectation, the weight of my belief, the frequency of my alignment. And it does not return to me empty. It returns having accomplished what I sent it to accomplish. Money, I speak to you directly this morning. You are not my master, and you never have been. You are my servant. A good and faithful servant who finds its way home when the master calls. I do not chase you, and I do not fear you, and I do not secretly believe that you prefer other people over me. I know what you are. You are a channel. You are a tool. You are a form through which divine goodness flows into the practical, tangible, everyday dimensions of my life. You pay the bills that need paying. You open the doors that need opening. You create the options that should not be closed off by the accident of not having enough. You are not something I worship, or something I bow to, or something I allow to govern my sense of peace, or worth, or security. You are something I welcome and steward and direct with wisdom and release with joy and receive with gratitude, and I call you now, clearly and without apology, to come freely, come fully. Come from the expected places and from the unexpected places I never thought to look. Come from directions I have been watching and from directions I never considered. Come through people I know and through people I have never met. Come through ideas that arrive with divine clarity and through opportunities that open precisely when I need them. Come through contracts and clients and gifts and bonuses and returns and increases and every other form the law chooses to use for my blessing. Come quickly and come easily. Come without the suffering that the old belief system said had to precede prosperity. Come without the struggle that the lie of scarcity said was the price of abundance. Come under grace and in perfect ways. And I place no limit on the channel through which you come. I do not say, you must arrive through this specific door, or this specific person, or this specific method. I simply say, come, and I trust the wisdom of the source to choose the channel that is most aligned with my highest good, and the highest good of everyone connected to my life. I do not know how it will come, and this morning I make complete and total peace with not knowing how. The how is not my assignment. The how is the business of the infinite intelligence that sees every channel, every connection, every possible path between where I am now and where I am going. That intelligence does not need my help deciding the how. It does not need my anxiety, or my control, or my frantic attempts to force open the door that is not yet time. It needs my trust. It needs my alignment. It needs my willingness to stay open to every form of good without pre-qualifying how that good is allowed to arrive. I know the who. The who is the source of all things, the one mind, the one power, the one presence that has never once in all of recorded history and all of unrecorded history run out of resources, or run out of ideas, or run out of channels, or run out of ways to reach a willing and believing heart. I am that heart this morning. I am willing, I am believing, and the who never fails the willing and believing heart. The how is not my assignment. Alignment is my assignment. Faith is my assignment. Gratitude is my assignment. Receiving with open hands and an open heart is my assignment. And I accept every part of my assignment this morning with joy and without resistance. I stop trying to control what I was never meant to control. I stop trying to figure out what was never meant to be figured out by human reasoning alone. I rest in the wisdom of the source, and I trust that what the source sets in motion on my behalf is governed by a precision and a perfection that my natural mind cannot fully comprehend, but my spirit completely recognizes as true. I now call forward everything that has been prepared for me, not some of it, not the portion that I feel I have sufficiently earned or sufficiently believed for or sufficiently proven my readiness to receive. All of it, everything, every resource set aside in the invisible before I ever knew I would need it, come forth now. Every financial breakthrough that has been slowly and quietly forming, beneath the surface of what my natural eyes can see, surface now. Rise to the place where it becomes visible, where it becomes tangible, where it moves from the realm of the invisible, where it has been complete all along, into the realm of the natural, where I can hold it, and use it, and steward it, and share it, and allow it to do the work it was always meant to do in my life, and in the lives of those connected to me. Every idea that carries within it the power to change my financial situation, arrive now. Come with clarity, and with detail, and with the specific divine instruction. I need to know what to do with you. Come in the morning when my mind is fresh. Come in the middle of the day, when I am in the middle of my work. Come in the quiet moment, when I am still and listening. I am listening. I am paying attention. I am not so consumed by the noise of fear and the noise of striving that I cannot hear the gentle arrival of the divine idea that carries everything I have been praying for inside it. Every right person who is meant to cross my path and open a door I could never open myself, show up now, not eventually, not someday, now, precisely on time. Without confusion or delay, or the kind of mistiming that causes the right people to miss each other. We find each other now because the same source that placed the need in me placed the answer in them. And the source does not create a need without also creating the provision for that need. And the source does not place the provision somewhere unreachable. The source places provision on a path that intersects with mine. And I walk that path this morning with eyes open and with a spirit that recognizes what is mine when it appears. Every contract, every client, every opportunity, every gift given freely and unexpectedly, every provision that arrives from a channel I did not even think to prepare for, find me now. I am standing in the open field of expectation. I am not hiding behind doubt, and I am not crouching behind fear, and I am not making myself small, with the false humility that says wanting abundance is somehow wrong or greedy or spiritually suspect. Wanting abundance is not wrong. Receiving abundance is not wrong. Prosperity is not something I need to apologize for or diminish or whisper about as though it were something shameful. It is the natural expression of a life that is aligned with divine law. It is the evidence of a connection to the source. It is what happens when a willing heart speaks the word of truth and holds that truth steadily and does not waver and does not collapse and does not give up before the manifestation arrives. I am standing tall this morning, arms open, heart ready, spirit steady, and I say to everything that is mine, find me here. I am not hiding, I am not running. I am not confused about who I am or what I deserve, or whether I am worthy of receiving what has already been prepared. I know who I am. I am provided for. I am covered. I am a magnet for divine abundance. And what is drawn to a magnet cannot resist the law that pulls it. It comes. It always comes. I give thanks before I see it. This is perhaps the most powerful practice I carry. Most people wait to give thanks until the evidence appears. They wait until the check arrives, until the account reflects what they have been believing for, until someone else confirms that the breakthrough has come. And there is nothing wrong with gratitude after the fact. But there is something exponentially more powerful about gratitude before the fact. Gratitude in advance. Gratitude by faith. Gratitude spoken into the space between the prayer and the answer, into the silence between the planting and the harvest, into the gap between the decree and the manifestation. That gratitude is not passive waiting. That gratitude is an act of power. It is the declaration of someone who has made a decision about what they believe that is not based on what they can currently see. It is the highest form of faith expression available to me. I give thanks now. I give thanks for the increase that is forming. I give thanks for the flow that is moving. I give thanks for the overflow that is building. I give thanks for the doors that are swinging open quietly and precisely in the places I most need them to open. I give thanks for the ideas arriving. I give thanks for the right people moving toward me. I give thanks for the provision that is already complete in the invisible and is right now in the process of making itself visible in my world. I give thanks not because I feel it fully yet. I give thanks because I know it is true. And knowing is a higher level than feeling. Feelings change with circumstances. Knowing does not. Feelings rise and fall with the evidence. Knowing stands regardless of what the evidence currently shows. Gratitude is my magnet. Every time I speak genuine thanksgiving over my life and my finances and my provision, I become a stronger attractor for more of what I am thanking the source for. It is the great spiritual paradox. The person who gives thanks for what they have draws more to be thankful for. The person who blesses what they already have magnetizes increase to it. The person who appreciates the small portion the source has already provided signals to the law of abundance that they are ready to receive a larger portion and can be trusted with it. I bless what I have, all of it. Every dollar currently in my possession. Every resource I can currently access. Every connection. Every idea. Every opportunity that is currently in my life, however small it might appear to natural eyes. I bless all of it. I speak increase over all of it. And I watch the law of multiplication do what it does, take what is blessed, and grow it beyond what I put in. I bless my home. I bless every wall and every room and every corner, and I declare, this is a place of provision, a place of peace, a place where abundance flows freely and rests comfortably and multiplies generously. I bless my work. Every task I put my hands to today, I bless. I declare that my work is anointed and effective, and that it produces results beyond what my human effort alone could generate. I bless my income. Whatever amount is currently flowing to me, I bless it and I speak increase over it and I declare it is growing, always moving to the next level, always expanding as I expand in faith and alignment. I bless my ideas, the ones I have already had and the ones that have not yet arrived. I bless my connections, the people already in my life and the people I have not yet met. I bless my gifts and my talents and my capacity to serve and create and give and produce. All of it is blessed. All of it is growing. All of it is under the law of divine increase. I walk through my days from this morning forward as one who blesses everything. I bless the ones who give to me, and I bless the ones I give to. I bless the place where I work, and the clients who choose me, and the strangers who cross my path. I walk in a constant state of prosperity consciousness, meaning, I walk through my days, aware that I am surrounded by supply, aware that abundance is the nature of the universe I inhabit, aware that the source I am connected to has no shortage, and therefore, I have no shortage. And this awareness, this consciousness, this way of seeing the world, it transforms my atmosphere. It draws into my field of experience the things that match its vibration. Increase draws increase. Gratitude draws more to be grateful for. Prosperity consciousness draws the manifestation of prosperity. I do not compare. I do not compete. I do not carry the heavy and useless weight of envy over what another person has received or is receiving. The law of abundance is not a pie with a limited number of slices where someone else's portion reduces mine. It is an infinite, inexhaustible, endlessly replenishing flow that has enough for every person who aligns with it and speaks it and receives it. What another carries does not diminish what is prepared for me. What another has received does not reduce what is on its way to me. I celebrate other people's prosperity because I understand it as evidence. Evidence that the law works, evidence that the source provides, evidence that abundance is real and available and flowing to those who receive it with faith. And what is evidence for them is encouragement for me. What they have received is a preview of what is prepared for me. So I celebrate freely and genuinely and without the poison of envy that would only block my own flow. There is no pressure in my walk with abundance. There is no urgency born of panic. There is no race against a clock that is running out. Abundance unfolds in perfect timing, in perfect rhythm, in perfect grace. And the timing of the divine is never wrong. It is never early, and it is never late. It is always exactly on time, even when on time looks different from what I expected or arrives through a different door than the one I was watching. I relax into the knowing that every day I am expanding. Not just financially, expanding in wisdom, in faith, in the capacity to receive, in the ability to steward what I have been given and give what I have been trusted with and receive the next level of what has been prepared. Every moment I am growing, even when I feel completely still. Even when I feel quiet and small and like nothing is happening, the law of increase is doing its work beneath the surface of what my natural senses can detect. I plant seeds with every word of faith I speak. I plant seeds with every act of generosity I choose. I plant seeds with every declaration I release in confidence. And the harvest is always forming, whether I can see it or not. I now stand in the center of everything I have spoken and decreed this morning, wrapped in peace, filled with trust, surrounded by grace, held by the goodness of the source that has never once forgotten me, or failed me, or delivered me to a place of permanent lack. I have spoken the word, and the word is law. I have declared truth, and truth is moving powerfully and precisely on my behalf. I have released fear, and I have embraced faith, not perfectly, not without the occasional trembling, but genuinely and with the full intention of my heart and spirit. I do not wait to feel worthy. I was born worthy. Not because of what I have done, or what I have accumulated, or what I have proven to the world, but because the one who created me did not create me to lack, did not create me to struggle permanently, did not create me to watch abundance flow to everyone around me while I remain untouched by it. I was created to receive. I was created to increase. I was created to reflect in the natural world the infinite abundance that is the very nature of the divine source I am connected to. I am aligned. I am guided. I am supported. I am provided for in every way that matters. Everything I desire is already unfolding in the invisible. Everything I need is already flowing through channels seen and unseen. Everything I have spoken in faith this morning is already forming and taking shape in the realm where all things begin before they appear in this world. I allow it. I accept it. I welcome it. I receive it with open hands and a steady heart and a spirit that is settled in the knowing that what is mine cannot miss me, cannot be permanently withheld, cannot be rerouted by any force in any dimension. I shall not lack. I shall not lack. I shall not lack. It is done. It is settled. It is mine. Large portions of abundance come to me now, quickly and easily, under grace, in perfect ways. I go into this day as the magnet I have always been. I go into this day knowing what I carry and knowing who I am and knowing whose I am. I go full. I go free. I go in faith. And the abundance I have decreed this morning is already on its way. It is done. It is settled. It is mine. Under grace, in perfect ways, now and always, and forever, without end. Amen.